child, listen, we haven't done a rapper-based saga since March when I ended it. But it seems like we got to run it back at least for one more video, okay? Because the local girlies have been catty about this situation since the actual identity of Rapper Bay was revealed, okay? And there's a couple things that I want to clear, but I ain't got time to be making multiple statuses. So y'all know we gonna come get these coins on YouTube, all right? So let's start with this. If y'all don't remember that last time I did a Rapper Bay video, this is how we ended it. Like somebody's just trying to say, oh yeah, I had talked to Mickey Truth, or oh yeah, let me go. You know what I'm saying? Like that was always my fear. So like finally I found somebody that broke that fear and like came in like a knight on a white horse type thing, right? Because he was very compassionate, you know what I'm saying? Like it would be times, it's just like the things he would say. He's like got a protector vibe. It was always, you know, it was a couple conversations where it was talks about like being in an environment and he was like, yeah, ain't nothing gonna happen to you, good. You know, like, you know, so it was like, I can't take away that I actually liked him for real. And I still do like him now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't even, like, even though I'm really like to the point, like I want to say I hate him, I can't even say that because I really missed him and I do like him. But anyway, enough of the mushy stuff. I just feel like for now, I'm just gonna let it go. Now I am gonna give y'all the part of the home cooked dinner because I already opened that door, okay? But yeah, I'm not gonna go down that road. But as the final, the end to the saga, for now, we're gonna put ... like the fairy tales, because you never know. Maybe he'll become bad again. Maybe we'll become at least content friends again, and maybe he'll come to his side. Maybe. I don't know. All right, so let me elaborate on why the Rapper Bay saga ended, okay? Because in real time, remember, me and Rapper Bay, who we now know is Tip Teasy BTE, got into real life dispute with each other. We were arguing, like hard down arguing to the point I'm almost in tears at this point, okay? Ultimately, it came out like the Rapper Bay saga just intertwined with real life too much. And people that knew he was Rapper Bay at the time, I guess he felt like was just in our business too deep and he ain't like it. So I was like, you know what? All right, cool. So in place of me doing Rapper Bay content, me and Tip Teasy actually started doing real life content, right? I kind of strayed away from Rapper Bay. If y'all notice, around that time, I stopped saying Rapper Bay. When I did do relationship, I started saying Bay, right? I left the Rapper Bay situation alone for the most part. I phased it out. Just finished eating. It was good. Y'all see, he tearing it up.
Tearing that shit up.
Definitely, y'all need to try it. Charlotte, North Carolina. Now, what got people in a chokehold is when I say I have a special relationship with Tip Teasy. So let's talk about it. Would I put Tip Teasy in the bucket like Music 101 or Seti Nash? No, he knows this. Would I put Tip Teasy in the bucket with other rappers that I've done content with, like Deezy McDuffie, Ray Hefe, or producers like Money Made? No, I wouldn't. You know why I wouldn't put him in the same category? And this is why I refer to our situation as a special bond. It's because, as y'all knew, for those who watched the Rapper Bay saga, me and Tip Teasy can talk to each other for multiple hours about everything, not just content. We don't talk about just content. We actually know each other's lives, you know? So it's like, it's deeper than just content. So I wouldn't be doing us justice by just saying we're friends in content, because we're not, right? He calls me by my real name. No other rapper is calling me by my real name. Hell, nobody is calling me by my real name that didn't know me before the blogger, right? Hell, we intertwine with each other on a personal level. Like, that's my person. I have said that. That's my person. I literally call him my number one. Like, that is somebody that gets the real me and the real Mickey. Like, I can just be open with him about everything. So we have a special bond. Now, if you heard us on the phone, would you be confused? So what the hell we got going on? Probably so. If you saw us in person, and those who ever saw us together may get what I'm saying. Everybody don't be around us in person. You may look like, I don't know about that. So when I say special bond, that's what we mean. That's what I mean. He came a point to, did I want more with Tip Teasy? Yes, I was clear on that. It just didn't work out that way. Eventually, I had to see the writings on the wall. This will not work for me. Coming or getting into a relationship with Tip Teasy for real will not work for me. Why does it feel like y'all dating and you just don't want to say that? So, me and Tip Teasy actually, and he gonna be pissed. Hell, he pissed off now, so he'll be pissed off about this too. But anyway, why? Hold on. How was I about to say? I was about to say something about dating. But anyway, right? So when at one point I did say to Tip on the back end when we got into a little split, I said, I told Duty Low about our relationship. And he said, you got to stop telling people I'm your man because some people are going to probably ask me. And I was like, why the fuck would they be asking if you my man though? Like, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, you are my man to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you hold that position in my mind. Like, if I got questions about some shit, I'm going to check with you. Like, I'm going to ask you how you feel about certain things. So, I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? So, but to him, he had to break it down like, well, when people hear that, they're not going to see that as that. They're going to think that we're in a relationship. And I'm like, but we're not in a relationship. Hell, you know what I'm saying? You do what you want to do and I do what I want to do. Like, I'm confused. But when I say bae my man, I be referring to you. And then he said, quote, quote, dating nowadays, meaning you're unofficially together. And I'm like, but we went on like a date. You know, like we have like done things on like I'm confused. But then he had to break it down. And I was like, oh, okay, I get it. I can see how that could be looked at differently. That's why I stopped saying that word. See, it's not like, you know, it used to be where you can say, oh, y'all are dating, right? Meaning nothing official, nothing like that. Y'all just hanging out, getting to know each other. Because one thing that me and Tip Teasy was doing was definitely getting to know each other. Now, it came a point in recent memory where we actually had to hunker down and really get the business clear between us as to what we were doing, right? And I'm going to be honest, Tip Teasy, and I've said this on the video, said he did not want to hurt me. He wanted to be honest with me, right? And he was like, you know, this is where it's at. But I don't want to lose what we got. But this is where it's at. And I'll say that. He said that, right? So at that point, the storyline, meaning what the internet was saying with me and Tip Teasy, ended. Because I was honest and I said, yo, I cannot continue a storyline without like it being mixed up in translation as like it's something more. I got to fall back from it since this is where we are in real life. We are just leaving our situation in a friend zone, right? Now, that's literally where it's at. Now, will I say, again, did our real life relationship change? No. It's still, if you be around a little like, if you hear us on the phone, y'all still be talking for hours? Like, huh? You know what I'm saying? So, like, in real life, it didn't change, but online, I pivot to something else because I had to leave that storyline alone for my own sanity. So, it's like now that the fan club, the women fan clubs is getting hold to it, it's just becoming like, it's straining our personal relationship. And it's straining it because he feels like it just keeps going on and on. But I'm like, bruh, it's not going on and on. It's your bitches that's in your fan club that got it going on and on because they can't comprehend what I have publicly said. Publicly. You know what I'm saying? Again, If, like I told y'all, if I break down, like, on Facebook or whatever, what I just said to y'all, it still will go over people's heads, and they'll be like, oh, see, they fucking. Because people feel like you got to be fucking somebody. You can't have, like, me and Tip Teasy have a bond that's more like it's not a physical bond, it's like a emotional bond, attachment. Like I said, it's special. I can't describe it. It's special though. Like, you know what I'm saying? We have never, the closest thing to touching, like I said, I had my leg on them. I told y'all that in a Rapper Bay saga. So, but you know, truth to y'all already know what's going on, because hell, it had been out 4 months ago, all this, right? Since the last Rapper Bay saga though, we have grown, right? It has got to a point where that is my person. That's my number one. I just told him that. Now, just 2 weeks ago, when I posted, I truly, like, what I said? I truly got love for Tip Teasy. He's my number one supporter, It ain't get blown up. But now, since people assume the humping part, now it's like, you missing it. So it's causing... I don't know, we can bounce back. Me and Tip Teasy might not can't bounce back from this, because I woke up out my sleep when I started getting screenshots. Because my thing is, like, don't go jump in the bleachers and have a laugh off me and then get on the back end like that's not what you was meaning. So to me, when he was saying clickbait, people automatically felt like what I was saying was a lie, or what I was explaining that we had was a lie, when the whole time his whole thing, and he can get upset about it, his whole thing was he didn't want people keep saying that we was fucking, and we're not, because we're not. And just like him, I ain't trying to lie on my private parts. We ain't never touched each other. Then he wanted the dating rooms, because again, he got what he got going on, and I got what I got going on. Luckily, what I got going on, they already know how this internet go. They know the real when it comes to me and Tip Teasy relationship. They already know that. Like, so I ain't had to clean it up or explain it to nobody in real life, okay? He's sitting here shooting. I'm talking about niggas hitting him up, worrying about what the hell we got going on. Females hitting him up, tagging them. But it's local. Nobody cares about this shit outside of Columbia area. Nobody. And this is my biggest thing with him last night. I was saying, like, you adding fuel to it, but then you don't want me to say nothing else because you said I'm going to add fuel to it. No. I'm defending myself. Now you got a whole nother narrative that nigga lying on you. Like, ain't nobody got to lie on Tip Teasy. It wasn't that, like, I didn't have to push no online narrative with Tip Teasy when I value what we have in real life. I know what going on in real life. So it's like, forget what the internet talking about. Forget what your damn female fan members is talking about. I know what's going on in real life. And when it becomes an issue in real life, then, and it's an issue online, then hell yeah, I'm back into a point I'm going to say something. But that's just where we at, okay? So, I mean, I don't know where this going to lead. My whole thing was, I was over it. I ain't had nothing else to say about it because, like, it wasn't nothing left to clean up online. I clearly said we not humping. I don't claim dick that I ain't never had. Okay? I clearly said that dating with air quotes, because like what we refer to as dating is not what's going on. However, we have a special bond, a special relationship that is now wounded. So it is what it is. But like, comment, share, subscribe, tell a friend to pull up on your girl, make it truth. You already know I would run the tea on me, on anybody else, okay?